So, how's y'all's day going? This is my Tuesday morning. It's about 10 o'clock in the morning. So, I guess this gives all due meaning to laying down on the job. I'm left-handed and I'm having to weld up and down, so I had to get in a position where I could do my welding, and we're having to weld new plates in this hanger that the leaf spring rides on. Little boys and girls, business is about to pick up on the Joyce farm. It is January the 12th, I think, somewhere around there. Yeah, you can tell it is sunny and pretty and dry. Dry in January, what's that? But anyways, we're getting ready to start on the 2021 crop. No, we're not planting nothing or nothing, but there'll be more details to follow. We're going down here in the tool yard. We're going to take the front end blade off the 4640 and put it in this spot that is going to live while we work on the transmission. We're gonna split this baby doll in two and check and see what the two-speed looks like. We're gonna pull these two bolts and those two bolts, and that'll loosen this section up. And when it loosens it up, it should take the tension off of this pan. We'll pull this pan and drop it out, and then back up. When we loosen these bolts, it should tractor just to hold the front end of the blade frame up. Away slowly. It's so weird not having a blade, driving this tractor and the blade ain't on the front. Got the Worcester 4650. Got it looking mighty fine. Look how much higher the tires are standing up. So what we ain't gonna, it'll be a couple of days before we do this. First thing we got to do is we got to make us some splitting stands. Take a piece of steel, drill out holes, weld some legs coming down, have some wheels to go on them. Battery boxes will have to come off. We'll take that harness for that blade. I don't think it's gonna have to come off. I think we can put the jack right up there underneath it and catch the rear end. Then it'll be split right here in front of the oil pan. This battery box will have to come off. Hood will have to come off. There's some lines up there that'll have to be undone. And then we'll split this tractor right here in front of the cab and roll the front forward. And then we'll get in there to the goodies. That little goodie called a 2-speed. Bruiser hasn't quite learned how to not be underfoot yet. Poor little guy. He gets stepped on a lot. But you're trying, ain't you? You're not very smart, but you're trying. Got old Blue hooked to the hopper bottom. Got the hopper bottom fixed and ready to roll for when they call for the white corn. I'm gonna hop on the sprayer here. My two-way radio beeping. Pretty warm today, but it don't take it long to cool back down. We're working on the flow meter off our sprayer. If y'all remember correctly, last fall, while we was putting our pre-emerge herbicide down on our wheat ground, we was having trouble. The sprayer would be spraying along, and you'd be spraying good, and then all of a sudden the rate would just shut off. It would go reading 0, and we think we may have, we're 99% sure it's a flow meter problem. And we might have discovered what the problem is in the flow meter, but we're still going to take this flow meter apart and check it. So we're reassembling our flow meter. That's the propeller impeller that spins around in there, measures the flow. There's our O-ring. Gotta get it back in the groove. We're hoping we're gonna get it back together in time to go out in the field and test it out. And just as I figured, I wish I hadn't took that O-ring out of that groove, because then I ain't gonna want to go back in. With a little persuasion and some grease to make it stick and stay in there, I worked that O-ring in there. But now I can put my impeller back in and put the other outer half in. You kind of got to work it around till it, there it goes. And when you're supposed to be able to hear it go around in there. And hope like crazy the O-ring didn't move. So I'm putting my sensor back on it. I think we discovered the issue back this summer when we put a new pump on it, and when we put the new pump on it, we put a new sensor on it. This cable right here. And what I did, I centered it in the hole. We was looking at a flow meter we had on the shelf, and it's supposed to have a little piece of foam there, and that sensor is supposed to ride on this side of that bevel there and not on top of it, like that right there. And before, it was riding right in the center, and I think that's why it would read sometimes and not sometimes. At least that's what we're hoping the issue is, because that would be a really easy fix. If it's not, I don't know where we go from there. But we're gonna put the ends back in here and put it back on the sprayer and put a little dab of water in it and go down here in the hay field and test it out. So it's getting dark on us, but we're gonna try to run some water through this sprayer and test it. We also got to change to our fertilizer tips, which right now we're just running water. We're gonna go down in the hayfield and let's run straight water on the field. I ain't never seen that before on that screen. I don't know if it got birds flying over or what they really represent. These are 6-hole streamer tips. We're gonna put out 10 to 15 gallons of liquid. We ain't quite made up our mind yet what we want to run. Old Big Lunch gonna get his panties in the wad. Hey, Big Lunch. But anyways, he likes to see us run the stream bars, but we're gonna be lazy today. Thank you, because it's a lot of work taking them stupid things on and off. Got the just hooking the water hose up to it. We ain't gonna put about 100 gallon in it. We still got to get the water trailer out tomorrow. You might say, Dylan, why are you testing this sprayer in the dark? And my reply to you will be, because if I don't test this son of a gun and know if it's gonna run, I won't sleep a wink all night. For my rate right now. Well, our preliminary test, I believe we fixed it. But we won't know until we get it out there running on a big scale. We got to recalibrate it tomorrow. We'll get out there, put some water in it, calibrate it. Anytime you take that flow meter apart, you got to recalibrate. We'll do that. my beautiful bright shop. Them LEDs, man. This shop used to be just a big black hole, but now you can actually see in it. So tomorrow, maybe we're gonna put some nitrogen on some LEDs over waxing on the tractor. Oh, Robert.
Wax on, wax off.
Wax on, wax off. So that's it for today. Bob's back in the service truck in here. Got the sprayer tractor. Oh well, all the tractors tucked in here nice and neat. Tomorrow we're gonna go up to the old shed and get our water trailer out. Go to co-op. Well, once we make sure everything's good to go on it, we're gonna go co-op, pick our nitrogen up, and hopefully put a little nitrogen out on some wheat tomorrow, or at least try it. And it's a little earlier than I like to, but there I've talked to several people who's thinking about putting some out. You just don't get it this dry to put out nitrogen on wheat. So we're gonna put a little shot out on it. We're gonna try to promote some tillering. We're trying to intensively manage this wheat, which we did that last year, and Mother Nature didn't cooperate at all on the wheat last year. But we're gonna close up shop and hopefully we'll have y'all some good action tomorrow.